What's up, everybody? Welcome to What's Up with Austin. We are officially back. I realized yesterday that we have not did an episode in like a year. I think 8 months to a year. Might as well just say a year. So that's crazy because I love doing this. It's just when you're as busy as we are in the Elvis world or entertainer world, it's just, it's a lot, and this takes a lot to put all this together in case you didn't know that. But I enjoy doing it. So we are back, brand new premiere, new, which side? I don't know which side it is. Everything's opposite here. New logo. We're going to start doing a new style of show, not particularly tonight, I guess you could say. We're kind of going to stay to the old routine tonight because I haven't been able to get everything together for what I want to do to kind of restyle the show and start doing some stuff different. But we're going to start doing this more often. And I'm going to put it on the schedule that I'm just going to do it. We're just going to do it. And I don't care as long as I can just take an hour out of my day, I'm going to do it. So, because I don't know how many of y'all are watching right now that we're at the 2026 Austin Irby Fan Retreat, but we always do this, What's Up with Austin. We do it live in front of a live audience every year. And every time we always do that, people always come up to me and go, man, I remember like during COVID, you did this all the time and it made me feel good. And even when you do it now, it's amazing. And I'm like, hearing you guys say that means a lot to me. So I'm like, I got to start putting in more effort to start doing this more often for all of you. So I appreciate everybody's support for this. And I have a lot of fun doing it. And tonight is going to be amazing. We're going to have some fun. It's just going to be spectacular. So I want to ask you guys to do me a favor. I want you to like, if you're watching on Facebook, I want you to leave a comment, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. We got some people watching on YouTube. We got watching on Facebook as well. Share this on Facebook. I don't know if you can share on YouTube. I'm not too cool and good with YouTube, but I'm still learning it. But share whatever you can. If you're watching on YouTube and you have not subscribed to the What's Up with Austin YouTube channel, please do that. All that is information is rolling across the bottom of the screen. Visit AustinIrbyEntertainment.com for more info. We have a page on my website with What's Up with Austin and all of that amazing stuff. Also, tips are appreciated. They're not required. I'm not begging you for it. But if you'd love to leave a tip, because we've had people do that in the past, I have that running at the bottom of the screen, and it will be on and off throughout the show. So you can check that out. We do Cash App, Venmo, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can always send me a message on Facebook, and we can figure something out. Because the last time I did the show, which I believe it was 8 months ago, if I'm right, I believe I looked the other day. I had a person ask me, it was like, we want to send you a donation because we know it's not free with what all you do. And I was like, I appreciate that. It means a lot. It helps me keep the show going and help me get new gadgets because I need a new camera because this one's like 10 years old and I need a new one. Need some stuff to go behind me because I look like I'm sitting in like a dark, scary room. That's what I feel like right now. It's very scary. But anyway, so, your donations are appreciated. And like I said, it's not required. I'm not begging you for it. So it's completely up to you guys. So let's check some comments and see. I'm still having to relearn this program because I haven't been on here in so long and they keep updating all the time, which is a good thing. There's a lot of cool things on here now. All right. We have some folks watching on YouTube. We got Chris England. What's up, my friend from Auburn, Georgia? We got another Chris. Hi, Austin. What's up? How are you? From Georgia as well. We got Wanda from Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you so much for tuning in. Melissa, I don't know what I was trying to say. Melissa Wisham, thank you so much for tuning in. Lily Hawkins from Virginia. We got someone else watching on YouTube from the UK. All right, awesome. Pamela on Facebook. How are you? Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Keep commenting. Tell us where you're watching from. Just say hey. I just want to see you say hey. So keep commenting and sharing. My beautiful wife, who's sitting in the living room, is watching as well. So hi, honey. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it very, very much. I'll tell you something we're doing a little different tonight that I normally don't do. And normally when we do the show, I only go live on my What's Up with Austin YouTube channel and my business page, my Austin Irby Entertainer page. But tonight, I was like, this is a premiere of a whole new season. We're going to make a whole new show starting the next episode. It's going to be a lot different. We're going to do some stuff that's different. And so I was like, we're going to go live on my personal page too. So thank y'all for tuning in on my personal page as well. I really appreciate that very, very much. And like I said, don't forget, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw these on the screen really quick. Go and like and follow my Facebook page, Austin Irby Entertainer. Follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to that What's Up with Austin YouTube channel. I would appreciate that very, very much. So thank y'all. All right. Well, this is a part of the show that's always going to be in the show, and we're always going to do it because it's called What's Up with Austin. Well, that's the name of the show. So what's up with me? So it's my time to share with y'all what's been going on. I've been busy. That's the only thing I can say. Just been busy. But no, we've had a lot going on. Man, we had the 2026 Austin Irby Fan Retreat, which was amazing, which we are going to recap the Austin Irby Fan Retreat for this year on here tonight. We're going to recap about that with my good friend Jacob Roman, and we're going to recap and talk about that. We also got a surprise guest that's going to be joining hopefully a little later. I don't know. We're going to see. Hopefully they'll be joining us. So stick around so you can see who that surprise is. But we're going to talk about recap on the fan retreat, and we're going to talk about a lot of great things. But that's what's been going on with me. We did the fan retreat. It was absolutely amazing. I'm not going to get too far into detail with it because I want to recap with everybody. But it was a lot of fun. And we had some shows in January. We were in Florida. We were in Georgia. We were all over the place. So it's been crazy. So over the past, since the fan retreat, I've had one gig, and that was last Sunday. I did a gospel concert as myself at Jones Chapel Church, which is like 6 minutes that way from where I'm sitting. So that's nice when you got a concert close to where you live. And I love gospel music, so we had a great time. And a big shout out to Jones Chapel Church. Man, they've had me there many of times. And I really appreciate it because it's a lot of fun. So I got a few weeks to chill, relax, revamp this show, do a lot of other great things. And then we have another show that I'm going to talk about right now that's going to happen here soon. And that is Relive the Magic at the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall with myself and my brother-in-law, Donnie Mosley. And it's going to be a great show. We're going to do a tribute to the king. We're going to do country. We're going to do a lot of great things. And that is April 25th at the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall right here in my hometown of Honeypath, South Carolina. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Tickets are $20. I got it scrolling at the bottom of the screen, the box office hours and the phone number for you to call. So jot that down really quick, the phone number. You can also go to their website. You can just, I don't know, their website is like a really long URL. So if you just want to go on Google and type in Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, there's only one, and it's here in Honeypath. And you can go on their website and find how to buy tickets is all on their website as well. Or you can call that phone number from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. So make sure you guys get your tickets. We want to, if we can fill the house, that's great. But hey, we just want people to come out and have some fun with me and Donnie. That's the goal here. I don't do many shows here in my hometown anymore. So it's nice whenever I get the opportunity to do that. So it's going to be great. So again, Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, April 25th. 7 p.m. Tickets $20. Austin Irby, Donnie Mosley, Relive the Magic, Tribute to the King and more. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. So make sure you get your tickets, and we'll talk about this show again a little later on in the show and tell you guys about that also. I want to throw this out. Speaking of the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, we've had several people ask. I'm going to be doing 4 shows there this year throughout the year. April 25th will be the first one. And that's with, like I said, myself and Donnie Mosley. We're going to be doing another one there on July the 11th. We're going to be doing another one on September 26th. And our final one will be a Christmas show of some sort on December the 12th. We already have the shows planned for July the 11th. We already have that one planned. I'm not going to release anything to the public yet of who's going to be performing with me at that show or what kind of show it's going to be, because we're not going to release that until April 25th. live at the show. So if you want to know early and get your tickets early for the July 11th show, then you need to come on April 25th. So that's how we reel you in right there. That's how I think you reel you in, but it works. So, but it's going to be great. We're going to have all the shows are going to be different that we do there this year. All four is going to be different entertainers. It's not only going to be me at all the shows. And if you've never been to the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, I'm just going to throw this out there. It is very small. It is very intimate. There's not many seats in there. It's very, very small. But I like the intimate setting. I love being able to be in an intimate crowd where you can, after the show, you can literally sit and not have to rush through taking photos with people. You can have a one-on-one time with folks. So if you like that intimate type of show and setting, I encourage you guys to come out to the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall. I know we've already sold a lot of tickets from people from out of state, so thank you guys so much for that. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate that for sure, and so does Donnie. So thank y'all. Next thing on the agenda, this has not been announced to the public, but we're going to announce it right now here on the show tonight. So all access passes for the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat are going to go on sale April the 8th. April the 8th. So that is next week. So that's next Wednesday, actually. Next Wednesday, April the 8th. The dates for the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat are March 11th through the 14th. Going to be back at the Black Fox Lodge there in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. For everybody who was there this year, you all had the opportunity to fill out your forms to get first dibs on your seats that you had this year for next year. And a lot of y'all did that, and we really appreciate that very much. And we've got all of y'all taken care of, so that's amazing. So now we're going to release this to the public for everybody who wasn't there this year, or if you was there this year and didn't fill out a form, here's your opportunity to get your seats. So only for all access passes. They go on sale April 8th. We will put individual show tickets on sale at a later date, and that'll be closer to March of next year, probably like 2 or 3 months in advance. So, but we want you guys to get those passes. So they're absolutely amazing. And I'll kind of do if I can remember off the top of my brain, because I didn't think about this to now. Our all access passes, we have superstar passes and star passes. Now our superstar passes are basically our VIP tier passes. You get several VIP events that are exclusive only to you. And then you get to attend all the shows and you get some goodies and all that. And our star pass holders, you guys get to attend all the shows. You get access to the after parties, the welcome bash. Both passes do, the superstar and the star, but they're only exclusive to pass holders only. So you need to make sure you got a superstar or star pass to get those exclusive after parties that are a lot of fun, and they're so great. But I'll be releasing more details. If you've never been to my fan retreat before, we're going to be releasing more details on my social media with the pricing and what's all included with all that. But if you were there this year, the prices are the same. There's nothing changing. So everything's going to stay the same as far as passes and everything. I just can't remember all the pricing off the top of my head right now. But maybe my wife will put it in the comments if anybody asks about it. So talk about this. Who's going to be there for 2027? Well, of course, myself. I have to be there. My name's in the name of the event, so I have to be there. We got my good friend Jesse Aaron. We got Alex Mitchell. We got Jacob Roman, Donnie Mosley, Michael Culliford, Jordan Poole, Samantha Dawn, and we got a question mark there that's being held for one performer. And we're waiting on the okay from that performer, which could take a little bit, but we hopefully will get that question mark filled here really, really soon. But I'm pretty sure if you've ever been to the Austin Irby Fan Retreat, you probably know who that question mark's for. So I'm just going to leave that at that. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. April 8th, we will be putting the 2027 passes on sale. Okay. Man, also, I'm going to be coming up here soon on Mother's Day weekend. I'm going to be at Clambake, David Lee's Clambake Getaway Weekend. If you've never been there, you guys need to go and check out David Lee's social and Tara, his wife, and all that. And find out about Clambake. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to be there. Several other guys off the top of my head. I know Cody Darnass is going to be there. Bill Cherry's going to be there. Several other guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's an event I always look forward to every year. Also, moving on down the line to June, I'm going to be at the ETA Festivals, their festival they produce in Florida called the Summerfest. I'm going to be there performing throughout the weekend, making a few appearances there. So come and check us out there. Go to etafestivals.com to find out about that as well. And many, many more stuff we got going on. The gig I just did the other night, the gospel concert at Jones Chapel, I had a lady who's been following me for a long time. And I was just sitting in the church. I was waiting for it to begin and me to get caught up to do my singing and all that stuff. And she did like this and motioned for me to come over. And I was like, man, I felt like I was in trouble at school. It's just what I felt like, right? And I walked over and she goes, I have a bone to pick with you. And I go, what's that? She goes, you never update your website. And I'm like, I know I have a bad habit of that. I never do. I need to pay somebody to do it for me. She was like, the last thing that's showing on your website is a show the end of last year. And I'm like, oh, well, you can tell I haven't been on there in a while. My mind has been focused on the fan retreat that just passed. So now that that's over, I have no excuse. So, hey, guess what, y'all? My website's updated. All my shows that I currently have booked are all on there. Visit austinirby.entertainment.com. That's scrolling to the bottom of the screen. My tour schedule for the remainder of this year is on there. Now, there are some shows, I will throw that out there. There are some shows that are not on there yet because I don't like putting a show on there until it's set in stone and it's in writing. And I will say, which might confuse some of you, there's a few shows on there that say TBA. The reason is because the show is confirmed, but it's Austin having to put it together, and I haven't come up with the show title or anything. So you got to bear with me on that. That's what I've been working on this week and going to continue working on. So go to my website, tour schedule's up to date, and all that fun stuff. So I want to throw that out there as well. Also, I have been receiving a lot of messages from people on my entertainer page asking how can they book me for this year, next year, whatever. Most of them has been for how to book me later on this year. So I threw this little thing together. Let me take this off. Threw this little thing together right here. So you can book me for numerous of different things. You can book me for my Elvis tribute, my country stuff, Motown stuff and everything. Concert shows, festivals, private, corporate events. It doesn't matter. You can book me for all that. And that's on the one flyer. The other flyer is for church services, worship nights, youth events, concerts there at your church. When I come into a church, I do Southern gospel, I do original music, and I also throw in some Elvis gospel. You got to have that Elvis gospel in there. But if you want to book me for anything, you can email me at austinirby.entertainment@gmail.com, or you can call that magic number 864-934-1228. You can also write me on Facebook if you'd prefer to do it that way. Okay, that's up to you guys. So make sure you jot that down. If you got an event coming up or need a singer for your church service or anything, give me a call. I would love to come and perform for you guys and have some fun and worship and whatever. We can have a good time. So I want to throw that out there as well. Another thing I want to talk about, I don't know how many people have followed me on this, and I see we got a lot of comments. I'm going to check these comments in a few seconds. But last year, if I believe, my wife and I decided to make a YouTube channel. I don't know how many of y'all follow YouTube or go on YouTube or whatever. We decided to make a YouTube channel, wanted to do something that was different because we have a lot of friends that are YouTubers and do a lot of cool stuff. We follow a lot of YouTubers. And her and I travel so much with what I do. We love playing challenging games with each other. We love vlogging and doing stuff like that. So last year, we decided we were going to do that. We made 3 videos and we stopped. And the reason why we stopped is because I just got so busy. I got so busy with everything that was going on, and my mind was just focused on really me at the time. Well, we're going to revamp the channel. We're going to start posting videos. It's a lot of fun. We can be funny. Trust me. If you go to the YouTube channel, make sure you watch the video about is it Tabble? I think it's Tabble game. It's hilarious. We recorded that in Memphis during Elvis Week. That's funny. So check that out. So here, I'm going to throw it on the screen. Our YouTube channel is called Couples Compass. We do travel, vlogs, challenges, all of those stuff. We're going to be revamping that channel. We're going to revamp this logo, and we're going to start posting some more videos. So make sure you can go and subscribe to Couples Compass. You can find that, and the logo is actually our picture that's in the middle, so you know it's us. And we're going to start doing that a lot more. So if you like YouTube and you want to watch a little bit of entertainment and some behind the scenes stuff of our life and what we do on a daily basis and places we like to go. Yes, we love Disney. You can see in the pictures, we're pass holders at Universal. Now we're pass holders at Carowinds, which is literally only 2 hours from us. So we love amusement parks. So there'll be stuff posted about that, all that fun stuff. So subscribe to that channel and start watching some of our videos. You can watch the 3 that we did last year. They're a lot of fun. I think we've done one at Universal and a couple other things. So it was a lot of fun. So make sure you check those out also. Like I said, I mentioned this earlier, and at the end of the show, I'm going to tell you guys the date on it. We're going to start doing What's Up with Austin more. We're going to start back. I already have another show scheduled for this month, and I'm going to give that date out to you guys before the show is over. All right, I'm going to check a few comments, and then I got a couple other things I want to say and do, and then we're going to get my good friend Jacob Roman on here with us and have some fun with him and see what's been going on with him. What's going on in Cali? What's going on in California? I don't know. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's scroll up. Let's check some of these comments. I'm having to go through. It's going so quick. All right, we got Sharon Fitzpatrick. Hello, glad you are here from North Carolina. Yes, you are, brother. Yes, I'm glad, Chris. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you had a good time. Yes, you love the Blues Brothers. I know, bro. We love doing the Blues Brothers. Me and Donnie have a blast with that. So we got Ellie watching. Cody Ray Slaughter. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing tribute artist. Man, I met Cody many years ago when I was like 13. So that's crazy. Who else? Judy Locke. Hello, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. My good friend Matthew, he's actually the guy that's at Jones Chapel Church. So I was talking about the church, and there he is. So thank you guys for that. And my wife made a comment on something she wants me to mention. Yes, I don't know how many of y'all follow this either, but Cassidy does live streams where she sells Disney items, home decor, Halloween decor. We sell Funko Pops, a whole bunch of great stuff. Her little shop is called Cassidy's Enchanted Finds. She loves doing that. I help her out when she does it, but we're going to start doing some more of those here really soon. So we know a lot of my fans. You guys love watching that, and you buy from us all the time. So thank you. We appreciate that. So we're going to be doing one of those, I think, again next week. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to post about that and let you guys know. All right. Now, I want to throw this out here, and I apologize if I'm being long-winded, and I'm fixing to really be long-winded. So for those of you who are watching, if you were at the 2026 Austin Irby Fan Retreat, again, it was absolutely amazing. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, we're gonna recap on that a lot more here in a few. But I have been so busy, so much going on since I got home, personal things I've been having to take care of and everything. I have not made a single post or anything giving out thank yous to everybody. I haven't done none of that. I have been slacking. So I decided tonight the only best way to do that is why not do it live on social media and tell you guys thank you and all this stuff. So yes, it is 2 pages, but I'll try to go quick. Okay. I got a lot of people to thank you, and I really need to get it out there. And I'm going to be also posting some photos from the fan retreat. I'm going to make a collage of some cool photos that were taken, and I'm going to talk about that in here too. And we're going to be posting that soon, so keep an eye on that. So I'm going to read this to the best of my ability and not screw up. I thought I would write something instead of trying to come off the brain. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm still floating on air after the 2026 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. To be honest, as I look back on the last 6 years of this event, can you believe that? 6 years. It's crazy. I can truly say, in my opinion, that this was the best event that we have ever produced. The energy, the music, and the memories were made together were like anything I've ever experienced before. There was something different this year at the Fan Retreat. I don't know what, but it was just something different. An event to this magnitude is only as strong as the talent that's on that stage. And I was so blessed when the absolute powerhouse is the only way to put it of a lineup. So I want to give a massive thank you to Jimmy Holmes, David Lee, Jacob Roman, Riley Jenkins, Donnie Mosley, Finley Watkins, Taylor Vaden, Jesse Aaron, Dwight Bozeman, Nick Murphy, Cassidy Irby, and Kathy Absher. They were all performed throughout the entire weekend, and I hope I didn't miss nobody. If I did, I'm sorry. Uh, you all were phenomenal from the first note to the final bow that we took. Thank you for sharing your incredible gifts with everyone all weekend long. Now, to my incredible staff, because I can't do it by myself, trust me, I would probably be in a grave. Behind every great show is a team that works tirelessly in the trenches. You guys don't see it. I do. I have to recognize the people who helped me make the magic happen. First off, Kathy Absher. Thank you for keeping everything running smoothly in the front of the house. She is my front of the house manager. And for delivering such a wonderful performance on stage as well. To my lovely wife, Cassidy Irby, handles lighting and also stage managing. You kept the stage looking beautiful and managed the chaos with grace, because there is a lot of chaos, trust me. All while giving us a great performance on stage as well. Thank you for your vision and all your hard work. To Donnie Mosley, I can't thank you enough for everything you pour into this particular event. From providing equipment, helping with sound, to your own incredible performances, to your contributions are endless. Your expertise and help is truly invaluable. That's the only way to put that, to be honest. To my good friend, Michael Cullifer, man, I have to give a big thank you to this guy. A huge thank you for stepping in and helping the entire team and take some stress off of all of our shoulders. You were a lifesaver. You made us sound great on stage, and I appreciate everything that you did. Also, a special thanks to both Michael and Samantha Dawn for your fantastic performances during our VIP event. As for those of you who were not there, they were our surprise guests for the VIP event. To my good friend and Jacob Roman's right-hand woman, all right, if that's the way I want to put that. Katie Lee, thank you for capturing the weekend through your lens, through the camera is what I mean, in case y'all wonder. We got some great pictures, and we're going to share those with y'all soon. And you were also a rock star on those backup vocals during the Elvis show that we did on Saturday night. All the backup singers were amazing. Cassidy, Nick, Dwight, and Katie, they were phenomenal. Troy Allen, who is, in case you all don't know, he is a family member. He is Cassidy's cousin. He's a family member of mine now. We truly appreciate you coming out and lending a hand, especially for your support you gave Cassidy throughout the weekend and taking stress off of her, our line engineer. We truly appreciate you so much. And I also want to throw somebody else's name out there that I just thought of that I did not put on this list, and that is my good friend Hayden Lynn, who is an Elvis tribute artist that lives there in Pigeon Forge. He wanted to come for the weekend and see the shows, and I told him, dude, come on. Him and his girlfriend, come on, man, watch the shows. Enjoy yourself, have a good time. He's a friend. And he stepped in and helped me and Cassidy with stage managing. I did not ask him. He just come up to me and go, bro, you need me to do anything? And if somebody asks me, hey, man, can I help? I'm not going to tell you no. Trust me. So if you don't ever ask me that if you don't want to work, because I will put you to work. And Hayden, man, he stepped in and helped so much. So a big shout out to him as well, to Hayden. We really appreciate that also. So I want to throw this out there as well, because I don't know how many people that was at the fan retreat realized this. But we had a very special surprise on Saturday night during our Evolution of a Legend show. I want to give a huge thank you to the Turtle Man. He is from the Call of the Wild TV show, and he joined us. It was an honor to have a celebrity guest in the house, in my opinion. That's what I call him. And your kind compliments to me on the Elvis show and the production that we did meant the world to me. So big shout out to the Turtle Man. If you've never seen the show Call of the Wild Man, or Call of the Wild, I can't remember what it is. Look him up. You'll know who the Turtle Man is. He's live action. That's his thing. So I also want to extend my gratitude to Heather and the entire staff at the Black Fox Lodge. Your hospitality and hard work ensured our fans had a comfortable and seamless experience. Finally, to all of you, to the attendees and the fans, thank you. I do this event for you, but I couldn't do it without you. Your loyalty over the past 6 years is the reason I keep going. You brought the energy, the love, and the support that made this year's fan retreat our greatest success to date. And I mean that. I really do. I'm looking forward to the next one. All I can say is 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. Here we come. That's all I can say. And it's going to be amazing as well. So thank you to everybody I mentioned. all of you that were there, thank y'all so much. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. I wrote this at 3:00 this morning. So, but thank y'all so much for everything. I appreciate it. You guys were just, I don't know. I have no other words to say. It was just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to leave that at that. That's my speech for the night. Thank you. Do I deserve a round of applause? I don't know. Let's see. Can we do that? Yeah, I think I just. I go to the Oscar. Anyway. No, so thank you guys so much. I just want to throw that out there. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to stop talking for right now, and we're going to get on our first guest. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about this guy? That's a handsome fellow right there. What do you think about that? Let's get my good friend Jacob Roman on the screen. Where is he? I believe he's. Oh, there he is.
I'm right here. What's up, everybody?
Oh my Lord, man! So
hey, put some hearts for Austin Irby.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Put some hearts for Jacob Roman. Come
on. Hey, I'm here.
Oh my Lord. So, dude, what's been going on with you, man? Since the fan retreat, I haven't seen you since, but we've talked since. But what's been going on?
Man, as you can see, I'm trying to recover, and just trying to look like you, man. Trying to grow a little beard, and yeah, man. No, after the retreat, man, I after that I had like one more show when I got back home, and then man, I just been taking it easy. I have a little break right now, so I'm like trying to let the beard grow a little bit, before I hit the road again. But man, I can't complain, man. I'm really good.
I love it, dude. So I want to throw this out here really quick. Throughout now, since Jacob's on the screen, throughout the rest of the show, Jacob's going to kind of be my co-host. And I've never really had a co-host on this show, but we're going to have one tonight, and it's Jacob Roman. And so that's gonna be cool. I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna ask you a quick. I don't know if you want to call this a question, but I'm just gonna say something, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you, and I want you to give your opinion. But I want to recap on the 2026 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. So
let's
give
do
your recap, brother. Go ahead, give your recap.
Oh man. Speechless. All I'm gonna, here's the thing. This was probably the best festival that you've put together this year. It was just like you said earlier. It was literally, I don't know what was in the air. I don't know what happened, but all I know is that there was so much love, and it was like a family reunion. Like, I don't know, man. It was just so cool, man. It was so beautiful. Everybody got together, and even the shows, it was just unbelievable, man. It was so cool. I don't know. All I can say is speechless, dude. Like, I don't know, man. There was something in the air that I don't know, from the shows to the people and the staff and the hotel. The hotel's perfect. Man, it was great, man. It was so much fun.
It was, I'm like you, like I said a few minutes ago, it was just, I don't know, it's just something different in the air. I cannot wrap my head around it. I just can't. And I'm going to pause for a second. Jack Day, okay. What's happening, brother? It's good to see you. Oh my Lord. But it was, I don't know, it was just, and like I said, we've been doing this for 6 years. Now you've been a part for how many years now? I know we've talked about this.
I think oh man, 4 or 5, 4 years,
4 or 5, 4 or 5, yeah,
4 or 5, somewhere right there.
Yeah, somewhere around that. And I mean, and I mean, it's, I feel like every year has gotten better, but this year was just magical.
There you go. That was magical. That's right.
I have no other way to describe it. And some of the other guys, there was a few other guys that were there this year that have been a part of the fan retreat for a year, 2 years, or a couple years, or whatever. And they all kind of told me the same thing before they left. was just something different. And I'm like,
Right.
I don't know what it was, but it was something different, and it was just good. I just don't know.
Oh yeah,
But
it was.
it was a blast. There's the only way to put it.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and yeah, it was magical. It truly was magical from like I said, the shows to the after parties to just hanging out with with the fans in the lobby. Again, it was like a big family reunion. It was really cool, man.
Yep. I'll tell you something that I want to talk with you about. And I think that every day when I get up, ever since I left Pigeon Forge and the fan retreat was over, I have excuse me, I have constantly thought about this, talked about this. I think every time you and I have talked on the phone since we've gotten back home, you and I always get on this topic numerous of times during our conversation. But all the shows were amazing. And the show that we did the first night was Motor City Meets Rock City. And Nick Murphy, Dwight Bozeman, Taylor Vaden, and Jimmy Holmes. It was absolutely amazing. It was Motown soul rock. It was just amazing. And I got to sit in the back and watch. For once, I wasn't having to run sound or play tracks or whatever like that. I actually got to sit and watch a show. And I sat and watched, and when it was over, and I observed the audience and watched everything, I told myself, I said, this is the show of the weekend. There's nothing else going to top it. That's the show. That's what I kept. So I know when everybody that was in the night show that night, which was my production of the American Jukebox Extravaganza, which is where all the guys get to do another tribute than Elvis. And then, of course, my mother-in-law, Kathy Absher, was in that as well, doing her tribute to Don Fargo. I think when a couple of I knew you had walked in. I don't remember who else had come in the door. And I remember saying, you guys got to bring it because today's show was amazing. And you're going to have to bring it to step that level. And when the show ended, I was like, the first show was here, and then we went to here. I'm like, well, stepped it up, And then the next day, we do my Rockin' Night Away production, which we have not done in 7-8 years.
It's freaking great. It was awesome.
I know Nick come up to me and he goes, that was the best Rockin' Night Away show we've ever done. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, for what people don't know, is that show is a 2-hour show. And I had to cut that down to 90 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And no break. So that was freaking fast paced. And thanks to Jacob for helping because he set out the chairs with casting. And that was the fastest that's ever been done.
Hey, you gotta go fast sometime.
I gotta go fast. I know. So when that show was over, I was like, man, we were here, we went to here, and now we're here. I'm like, all right, now here comes the show that I had been waiting for. A vision that I had, and you had a big input on it. I was sat down one night, and when I put these shows together, let's throw this out there. I don't automatically write them. Like as soon as I think about them, I'll come up with a title and a concept. And for the Elvis show, we called it Evolution of a Legend. And I did that right after the fan retreat in 2025. I sat down 2 weeks later and did all that, which is what I'm doing right now for 2027. I did not have the show written. I didn't really write the show to about 2 months prior. So I'm sitting there and I have the show written and I'm like, something's missing. Something's missing. And of course, Elvis's career in life will never change. There's only one Elvis. You can't change history.
It's true.
But there's so much of Elvis that don't get seen. And then there's certain, and I don't want to sound like I'm being rude or anything with what I'm about to say, but we are Elvis tribute artists, but a lot of people don't realize that we're fans.
Yeah, that's true.
And we do not go around 24/7 with our hair up, makeup on, dressed like Elvis. We just don't. Look at me.
Look at me.
You know what I'm saying? This is me. This is me.
Right.
And so I'm like, I want something that's going to show the audience that, hey, we are our own person behind, you know, the glitz and glamour or whatever you want to call it. So I called Jacob one night. We were talking, and I told him what was on my mind, and I could not figure it out. And I said, I want something to be like, wow, for the ending of the show. Something the audience is not going to expect. Because think about it. Your normal Elvis traditional show ends, Elvis cannot fall in love. That's just how it happened. That's just
Sure.
how it's supposed to go.
That's true.
So we go through the show, and I did voiceovers for the entire show, and I tried to tell Elvis's story from a slight different point of view. I don't know if you want to say I told it from my point of view. I just kind of try to tell it from a different perspective. Okay, maybe from a fan's perspective. If that's how you want to? I don't know how many people paid attention to the voiceovers, but that was my concept. So Jacob and I was talking, and Jacob's like, "Well, what are you thinking for the ending?" And I'm like, "I want to do something modern. I want to show the fans also that Elvis's music's never going to die. It lives on now. It's going to live on forever. I don't care if you throw in a heavy metal version of Jailhouse Rock and Elvis singing it. It's still going to be freaking amazing, you know?"
Oh yeah.
So we're sitting there talking, and Jacob, just on what you told me.
Tell him what I told you. Oh,
What your idea was.
so Austin was like, "Man, I want something modern. I want to do something different." So originally, I don't know if you remember this, but you had said, "I'm thinking of all of the guys coming out while I think you were thinking of a song at the time. He said, "I want all the guys coming out. You know, we're singing whatever song we choose. But I'm thinking of just having them wear like a suit, you know, because he wanted like us out of the costume." And he's like, "And I want the fans to know that we're fans." And I'm thinking, okay. I said, "Well, why don't we skip the suit? Because I mean, Elvis wore suits too, you know."
Exactly.
So I said, if you really want to have the fans wow, you know, that wow factor, why don't we show the fans that we're fans of Elvis too, and why don't we wear our favorite Elvis T-shirt? And because, like I told Austin, think about it. When we go to Graceland, we don't go dressed up as Elvis. We just wear our favorite Elvis T-shirt because we respect Elvis, and there's only one Elvis.
Exactly.
Period. You know.
Yep.
So when I told Austin that, he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted." And yeah, that was my idea. Come up, you know, I was like, let's just wear our favorite Elvis T-shirts.
and you know, and we go through the show, and we end the segment of the show before we go into the closing with Jesse doing Sundial, which was spectacular. And then we go into a voiceover, the stage is dark, and you hear Can't Help Falling in Love playing in the background. And I'm kind of telling the audience, as what I called the closing speech, of that we don't have to wear a jumpsuit. We don't have to wear a cape to pay tribute to Elvis. We can do it out of the costume. And
Sure.
so on and so forth. The voiceover kept going. And I'm going to be honest with everybody watching. And I've told Jacob this, and I told a few other people. When I first made that voiceover and got it all finished, I was sitting right here. And I don't know what it was. And I thought it was the weirdest thing, because I was like, I'm listening to myself, and this happened. I literally, I cried when I listened to it the first time. And I thought, man, why am I crying listening to myself? But it was the message that I had to get across.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
for sure.
about what I was saying, you know? And then when we were standing back there all, behind the curtain, and David Lee and I was on one side because we had a cool little entrance thing for the ending of the show. And I remember he looked at me and he goes, man, he goes, that voiceover is strong. He goes, I'm like, I got chills. And I'm like, my words to him was, I'm glad, because that was my point. That was my point, you know? And then, man, when that finished, I had called Finley one night, Finley Watkins. He was there at the retreat. And I was like, bro, originally the song that we ended the show with was not the first choice. We were gonna do like the Viva Vegas stuff that come out. We were gonna do a song from that album. And I was like, you know what? No. I want to create something of my own. I want to create something of my own. So I called Finley and I was like, dude, I think Burning Love's a great song. And I was like, there's a lot you can do with that. And he was like, well, what are you wanting? I was like, I want a modernized version, but I want like that Southern rock sound. It's just kind of what I wanted. And he was like, of course, Finley, he's like, all right, dude, yeah, no problem. I can get it done. Easy peasy.
Oh yeah.
So then he sends me like a demo, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, that's unreal. And of course, in the track, I don't know how many people know this, but Finley's playing all that live. He recorded all of it. And man, when that track started and the lights came up, and I was just like, oh, here we go. Hey, no turning back now. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna do it. And it was so cool because my concept was I had each the part of the song, a certain part of the song, each guy had a certain section of the song they had to sing or sing together. All of us came out in pairs from different sides of the room, except Jimmy. He was the current ultimate champ. So I was like, I think Katie and my wife gave the opinion for him to walk down the middle. And I was like, okay, that's great. And so everybody come out, had the Elvis t-shirts on. We were rocking and rolling, singing Burning Love. And all I know is I remember David Lee whispered to me and he goes, turn the house lights up. And originally that wasn't my concept. I was going to leave this, it dark. But when you turn the house lights up and I saw the people standing, they were on their feet. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, this is cool, And the coolest thing was, and I don't remember if this was I think this was your idea, but at the end when we all grabbed hand in hand, all stepped forward and we bowed.
Yeah.
I remember fans coming up, fans, attendees, whatever you want to call them, coming up to me going, that is something I've never seen before, because it showed me that you guys were up there, all 9 that was up there were up there for the right reasons. You were up there for Elvis, and you were showing that y'all are brothers, y'all love each other, you love Elvis, y'all are arm in arm, and you were showing this is why we do it. Because of Elvis and because of the friendship that we all 9 have that was on that stage.
True. That's true.
And I can't tell you how many people, and still to this day, I get messages from people and they're like, even people that wasn't there going, man, the ending. They all keep saying the ending.
Yeah.
And I'm what about the rest of the show? We all did. No, I'm just kidding. And they're all saying the rest of the show was awesome, but the ending hits a nerve. That's just like, wow,
Oh yeah.
And listen, that could not have happened without your opinion on everything and the guys that I had on that stage. I mean, they were a group of professional entertainers that I've known all of them for a long time. And when we rehearsed the ending of the show, because we had to rehearse how we were going to enter and everybody singing one time. And everybody got it right. Now, we did do it twice, but we did it one time, and everybody got it right.
That was it,
because professionals, everybody knew what they were doing. They knew what I was wanting. And Jacob and I have said numerous of times since the retreat that I keep saying I want to do this show again. I want to do it again. And I'm not trying to throw anybody in the dirt, but that show cannot be done unless it's the same 9 doing it again. It can't.
So true. So true.
It's that 9 is what that show is. That's what I wrote it for. Who I wrote it for.
That is true. It's true.
It's crazy. It's unreal.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go back to when the voiceover before we all came out.
Right.
I was standing with Finley because me and Finley were the first ones to come out. And went, man, I kid you not, I was like, David, I literally had the chills. I was getting a little choked up because I'm like, what I went back to when you were planning it. And then when we were talking about it, how, you're asking, how are we going to do the ending? And I got choked up because not only of the voiceover, but I was like, wow, we actually did this, like the only thing left to do is just do the ending with a bang. And I kid you not, like you said, when we all went out there, did our thing, and the lights turn on, all I saw, I blacked out a little bit because all I saw was Jimmy Holmes walk down the middle, and
That's
I was
cool.
like, I became like a fan, like, and I'm on stage performing, but I became a fan. I'm like, this is the coolest thing, like.
Yeah.
And then he comes on stage, and dude, when we, like you said, when we all grabbed hands and bowed, it I know the fans felt something, but what I felt was, man, we truly are a brotherhood, and we are doing it for the right reasons because we love Elvis Presley. We don't think we're Elvis Presley. We will never be Elvis Presley. But that moment reminded me, hey, we should be grateful that we have the talent to pay tribute to Elvis.
Mhm.
And man, I tell you, like you said, man, it was just so professional, and I'm glad the fans actually saw and understood. Man, these guys are huge Elvis fans. I mean, we're freaking Elvis nerds. I like to say we're Elvis nerds,
Yeah.
But man, it was so cool just kind of being Elvis for a little bit during the show, because we want to recreate and give the illusion. But once I put on my Elvis t-shirt, it was like, this is why I'm here, because of Elvis. I'm a huge Elvis fan,
Whole new
and
feeling.
it was a whole different ball game. It was like, man, like I said, it's just speechless, man. I'm even getting choked up just talking about it, because it was just like you said, man. When we grabbed hands and bowed, it was like, and I will say this, it was the best Elvis show that I've ever been a part of, man, because we went through the years, we told Elvis's story, but at the end it was like, man, Elvis, we love you. We are not here because we think we're you. We're just huge fans, So man, it was it was magical. Like you said, the word magical. It was magical.
It was fun, and I know when I got off stage that night and I went back into the green room area, I was sitting there by myself at that point. Nobody was in there, and I was just like, we just did that. Wow. Okay. What I wanted to happen with the shows, like starting here, one sets the bar and the other one raises. It happened.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's ever happened at the event before. I really don't.
Right.
I mean, I felt
don't.
where shows have progressed, but not to where one gets better and better and better.
Oh yeah. Right.
And I don't think we could have picked a better show to close the main shows out. Of course, the gospel concert's always amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But for like the main shows, it was great. Nothing else I can say.
I think I went to bed that night. I was laying there and I was just smiling the whole time, because I was just going through the show. I was like, I can't believe we just did that,
And the thing is people kept telling me, and they're still telling me, a lot of people saying thank you, you did an amazing job, and I have to slow them down a minute. I'm like, look, I might have put it together, but if I would have done that by myself, I wouldn't have pulled that off. I said I couldn't have pulled it off without the other 8 guys that were standing up there with me. So if you want to give a pat on the back to somebody, don't give it to me. Give it to all of them, because they pulled off my division. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah.
So it's like, so anybody that's watching that was there, you tell those 8 guys that they were amazing, because they pulled it off. It wasn't me.
Man,
it was good.
All of us, man. I think all of us we channeled Elvis in some way. Exactly. And we just kind of, we did it, man. It's like, it was like we came out, we did what we had to do, and all of a sudden it's like over, and it's like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was really, really one of the best shows I've ever probably been a part of, man. It was just so cool.
Bro. It was fun.
So cool.
Fun. Well, look, dude, let's pause on talking about that, and let's talk about you. Let's talk about you a minute. So, everybody that's watching, I don't know how many of y'all saw, which we did get quite a few. I decided that for the show tonight, and normally I have interview questions or whatever written up. Well, I'm not calling it interview anymore. We're going to start calling this What's Up, What's Up Q&A. That's what we're going to call it, because the show's called What's Up with Austin. So the What's Up Q&A is like, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? So this is the What's Up Q&A, but we're going to do it a little different night, because we made a post and we let the viewers send in and submit their questions in advance for you. Now, Jacob has no idea unless he went and read them.
I have no idea. I didn't even.
I don't know.
I haven't even. Yeah, I know.
We got several questions from multiple viewers. A lot of them are watching tonight for you. So I think we need to get into that segment and let's have a little What's Up Q&A. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, our first question is from Chris England, and the question is to you: what is your normal routine for prepping for a performance, early show versus late show? So kind of answer both. What's that look like for you?
All right. Well, if it's an early show, I normally, this is a must. I have to have caffeine in me. And because I tour with a show called One Night in Memphis, as Austin knows. So it's basically like the $1 Million Quartet. So I'm doing 50s Elvis, and everybody knows that in the 50s Elvis moved a lot. So I need definitely caffeine just to get me going. And while we're doing sound check, I'm literally running the show in my head of how am I gonna change the show up a little bit, because I don't really like to do the same show. I just kind of like to change it up a little bit. So I start thinking, what can I do this show? It's a matinee, but I still want the people leaving the same way, even if it's a matinee or nighttime. It don't matter. I want the people leaving the same. And then what I like to do after sound check is done, I go and steam all my clothes and put on my makeup, and just kind of, while I'm putting on my makeup, I'm trying to meditate at the same time, trying to prepare myself to move and shake, because it's crazy. And then what I like to do, once I put on my makeup and all that, I like to go out when doors are not open yet. I like to go in the audience and just kind of sit in different sections and visualize, okay, if this person's here, what am I going to do on this side? Or if I'm sitting on the right side, what am I going to do on this side? Because I don't want to just focus on one side,
Right.
And then I just kind of walk around the stage. I think sometimes, the sound guys just kind of look at me like I'm crazy, because they're like, why is he walking around in circles? But I'm just, I just want to get used to the stage and get used to the building and all that good stuff. And then after that, I literally just go back into my dressing room and I just sit there until showtime. I just kind of meditate and just kind of drink my caffeine, if it's like a Coca-Cola or coffee or whatever. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, that's kind of goes the same for the nighttime shows too. Nighttime shows is to me a little more intense, because I feel like at nighttime the people get more loud. Something happens at nighttime, but when that happens, I kind of do the same routine, but I like to lay on the floor in my dressing room before I go out there. It's just a thing. Like I'm gonna get as much rest as possible before I just go out there and give them a show.
You have
and sometimes
to.
It's sometimes the guys walk in on me and are like, "Are you okay?" I'm just meditating, But yeah, that's pretty much how I prepare. I just that's my routine. I just kind of walk around the building and scope it out and try to get comfortable on stage. And once I'm in my dressing room, I just kind of either lay down or just sit there and meditate.
That's cool. Awesome. All right. Here's the second question from same gentleman, England.
Okay.
What's the hardest Elvis song for you to perform live?
I will tell you this. Hard-Headed Woman, for me, is the hardest Elvis song to sing in my like. I can't sing it. I just can't sing it. And I remember I was in Arizona for Cody's festival, Cody Danath festival, and he had me sing the song. Okay. But originally, when I was going to sing the song, it was going to be a medley. So I was going to sing like the first verse of Hard Headed Women and go to another Elvis song. Well, he comes to me and says, "No, you know what? We're going to cut that. I need you to sing the whole song." I said, "I didn't even learn the whole song." He said, "Well, just try it." So I tried to learn the song in one day before the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, that didn't go so well. I was just like mumbling everything, and I don't even know what I was singing. So yeah, that's the hardest song. I just don't. I love Elvis, but I don't like the song.
I understand.
It's the hardest song for me. So
next question is from my wife. She said, "What's one thing you cannot live without when you're traveling and performing?"
My steamer. That is one thing I cannot live without. I know some guys have different, they're like, oh, hairspray or something different. My steamer, Austin, is my best friend, because the steamer is what it's going to make me look good on stage. If I don't have a steamer, my slacks are going to be wrinkled, my shirt's going to be, and then I'm going to make Elvis look bad, and I'm going to make myself look bad, and that's bad business,
Right.
So
yeah.
I think there was one time where I forgot my steamer and I was freaking out, because sometimes, the theaters don't have anything.
Exactly.
So I show up and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot my steamer back at home. And I'm like in Iowa or something. And thank God this theater, there was a lady there that said, hey, I have a steamer. If you guys need anything steamed, I can do it for you. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I gave her all my Elvis stuff. I'm like, can you please steam it? Dude, she steamed it and ironed it. She made it so beautiful. But yeah, man, I can't live without my steamer.
I understand. Hey, I can second that. I understand.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here's another question from Chris England. Man, he must like you.
Man, before you tell me the question, man, I just want to say, Chris, man, it was my first time meeting Chris at the fan retreat, and man, it was a pleasure meeting you, my friend. I felt like I've known him for years, and man, me and him, we just had a good time. So thank you, Chris, for being so cool, man.
I love it. Awesome. Here's his next question for you.
Okay.
What do you want people to feel when they leave one of your shows or a specific performance?
I want people to feel happy.
I agree. Yeah.
I want people to feel happy, and I want people to feel when they leave the show, I want them to tell themselves, wow, I almost forgot I almost forgot we were living in a world that's so crazy. I want them to forget about all their problems. And I want them to leave happy, and I want them to feel like if they saw at least a little bit, a piece of Elvis in me, that way they can tell their friends, man, we saw this Elvis tribute artist, and he gave me like a piece of Elvis, and man, I just felt so good and so happy, and I just want them to feel happy, feel loved, just leaving the show with a big smile on their face. So as long as I can make them happy and make them smile, then I've done my job.
Right. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. I agree with you. All right. Now, the next three questions are from the same person. This is from, not Chris.
Okay.
These are from Michelle Goodwin Fountain, aka Loudmouth. You know what I'm talking about. These are from her. All right.
Okay.
Can you summarize how you got started in the ETA world?
Okay. Well, hi, Michelle. Thank you for the good sweet tea you gave me at the fan retreat. I I got started. Well, my dad introduced me to. Long story short, my dad introduced me to Elvis when I was 9. And I entered my first Elvis contest when I was 16 years old. And I ended up winning it. And literally ever since that contest, it literally changed my life. I started doing more contests. I started doing shows. I started touring. I started doing all this stuff, and that's pretty much how I got in the Elvis world, because of that contest. I had no idea there was an Elvis world.
Right.
But ever since I won that contest, then it was like I knew about the Ultimate and, Images of the King and all these contests around the world. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I got my foot in the door.
Nice. Her next question is, you actually just mentioned it.
Okay.
I can tell you like sweet tea. Why do you wait to come to the southeastern states to get the best? Do they even serve sweet tea in Cali?
Okay. How do I say this? We have iced tea in California, okay? And you just have to get the little packet, the sugar package or whatever, and make your own, right? That's here in California. When I go out there, man, they make it with love, and you can tell they make it with love, and it's so good. Man, I just want sweet tea now. You're making me thirsty.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. But no, man, it's just different. It's totally different, and I prefer it out there than here.
I understand.
So that's why I always wait to go out there to get it, because it's just a different.
See, what you considered iced tea out there, because you're talking about doing the sugar. Here, when we order that, we just call it unsweet tea.
Okay.
And then we put our on sugar in it. So that there's a difference there. So that's interesting. Okay.
Right.
I didn't know that. All right, cool. All right, here's another question from Michelle. Now that all the other young ETAs are getting engaged or married, are there any plans in the making for you and your beautiful lady?
Oh yeah, definitely. There are. Oh yeah, for sure. And hopefully this year. I mean, we just never know. But yeah, definitely we're on the same page with that, and yeah, I mean, it'll happen soon.
Awesome. All right, here's a question from Anne Revere. We all know who that is.
Oh, hi, Miss Anne.
When are you and Katie moving to Tennessee, Georgia, or even South Carolina? We sure love to have you two live closer to all of us. I agree.
We're moving tomorrow. I'm just kidding.
I wish.
April Fools. I'm just kidding.
April Fools.
Hopefully in the, obviously in the future, we want to have a house somewhere out there, either South Carolina, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge. We love Pigeon Forge. But yeah, definitely in the future, we want to own something out there, and obviously here in California. So, but we're just kind of taking it one step at a time. But all I know is that it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I want to throw something out there on this. Okay. And I'm getting personal with Jacob and I's conversations. We have a lot, but I think this is okay to tell the viewers. Jacob and I have had conversations before that we've even thought about getting a house in Pigeon Forge area and splitting the cost, and me and him own it. And sure. Then whenever that is, when him and his lady gets hitched, and me and Cassidy have children, and they have children, we've thought about hopefully one has a boy and one has a girl, and we can get them together and they get married, and we've talked about all this stuff. Okay.
Oh man, hey, you just never know. I mean, you never know. Anything is possible.
It's just wishful thinking. It's just wishful thinking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're family now. Why? Just put the kids together. This is it. It's gonna happen.
Why not? Oh my Lord! Yeah, I had to throw that out there because we have talked about that. Just so you know, we have.
Oh yeah, no, it's and like you said, man, anything's possible. But
anything's possible.
I would love to own a house out there. And honestly, when I got back from Austin's fan retreat, I was so depressed. I was like, man, I had so much fun, and I just love Pigeon Forge, and I'm like, man, I don't want to go back home.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, the good thing is it will always be there, and it's like my second home. So
Yep.
you know, we'll make something happen.
That's right. All right, I got 2 more questions for you from the viewers. We
Okay.
got 2 more. All right, the next question is from Chris England.
Okay.
All right, now this question he actually asked me at the fan retreat, so I want to throw that out there. Are
Gotcha.
there any plans for Jacob and Riley? Now we're talking about Riley Jenkins, if anybody's wondering. Jacob and Riley combined together to sing the song "My Rifle, My Pony, and Me" in the future.
I mean, I'm down for it. Why not? Let's make it happen. And I like that song too. So
hey, look at this. Speaking of talking about him, there he is.
What's up, Riley?
Riley, we were talking about you. So Riley, answer the question, and then I'll throw whatever you said back up there. So Chris England's wanting to know when you and Jacob's going to sing "My Rifle, My Pony, and Me." When's that going to happen? When's that going to happen? So, what did Riley have a question? This was not planned. From 150's Elvis to another, if you own a jumpsuit, which one of Elvis's jumpsuit would you want to buy? Why? So, what Elvis jumpsuit would you want to own and buy?
I would love to own or buy the Peacock Elvis jumpsuit. Because number one, it's so beautiful. Yeah. And I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was one of his favorites. I think. I could be wrong. But
right.
It's just so different, you know, like I only see certain guys wear it. I know some guys have it, but man, I don't know. It's different. It's just so cool, you know? So I think I would buy that one.
Awesome. Going back to the question that we were talking about with the My Rifle and Pony, here's Riley's answer, ladies and gentlemen. Set the time and place. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think we can do it.
Maybe at a future Austin Irby Fan Retreat. Who knows?
Hey.
Who knows? Anything's possible.
Well, we got to start planning. I got to start learning.
Got to start. Riley, bro, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. All right. I got one final question. I saved the best one for the last.
All right.
This one is from my wife, and I guess you could say myself.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about me and Cassidy?
Huh. Why you gotta put me on the spot like that? You know, I'm just
I didn't do it.
I'm just trying to, you know, no, I'm just kidding. My favorite about you two is, I'm gonna be really honest with you. My favorite thing about you two is that you both are goofballs, just like me and Katie. Like, you guys just, you guys go with the flow. There's no drama. Every time we hang out, it's like one big party, I swear. So I think that's my favorite part. And you guys are true friends. You guys are genuine people. And, you know, whoever is friends with you two are very lucky. Trust me. That's all I can say. So my favorite part is that you guys are goofballs and great people. So.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. Well, so are you.
Well, thank you
as well. You are amazing. We always have a lot of fun. We're together. We really,
man.
do.
We do. We really do.
Yeah. Well, man, that was some great questions that they submitted. Man, they submitted some great ones, and that was awesome.
That was great.
So, appreciate you answering their questions, bro.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thank you for.
So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, if that's okay.
Okay.
Give us some time to wind down a little bit, and then Jacob and I are going to come back. We're going to chat some more, and we still got a surprise that's gonna happen. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, but Jacob and I are still here, so hopefully you guys are still being entertained. But don't change that channel. All right, don't change the channel, and we will be right back in 30 seconds with What's Up with Austin. And I had to play the commercial about Pigeon Forge. I had
Of
to do
course.
it. We were talking about it. We've been talking about it all day. All night.
It was awesome.
Oh my Lord, man. So it's been great. And man, we're not lying. We love Pigeon Forge. We love Pigeon Forge.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
everybody's saying they want to be front and center when you and Riley do the Dino and Ricky Martin. They all want to see it. So we, you never know. Somebody have to make it happen.
Let's do it.
Man, that's just so cool. So, man, I know California's great, and man, I love out there in California and everything. Did you hear that?
I think is that you?
It's only somebody trying to call in the show.
Really? I don't know. I don't think it's me.
Oh no, that was weird. Hold on, my phone's on silent. That's weird.
I know. That's not my phone.
Like somebody's trying to call into the show. I don't know. That's just weird. I hear it again.
Somebody's calling you.
What the heck? Holy crap!
Oh, no way! Aaron.
Can I finally get on now?
You're the one that's calling.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Sorry to bug you during the show, but I figure I would call. I haven't talked to you since the retreat, and I've been wanting to talk about it too. I've been wanting to talk about how much fun it was too. So, is that okay? Can I be part of this?
Absolutely, brother.
Man,
all right.
It's so good to see you, Jesse.
It's good to see you guys too. And we don't have to be in all the glitz and glam.
I know. Tell us. What's been going on with you since the fan retreat? What's been going on?
Since the fan retreat, I went out west a little bit to Nebraska, and I did some shows with Joseph Hall. We just got done doing those. So I was out there for about a week, and I had about a little bit of time in between, a little bit of time after. So I'm starting to get those spring cleaning things in order. My honey-do list has grown. So I can start knocking those things out here pretty soon because I'll be off for the whole month of April. So it's piling up. I got to start working.
I understand.
What about you? What have you been doing? Just sleeping?
Trying.
Sleeping just to get over it because all the hard work. Believe me, I know.
That's it, man. Just sleeping, dude. Lord.
Sleeping and singing to Jesus is what you said. You said you had a gospel.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I've been doing. That's exactly it. So you were talking about you've been wanting to talk about the fan retreat and everything and give a recap. What do you have to say, man? Come on, I want to hear it.
Well, it was just it was great. First of all, it was fantastic. I was just glad. I was very honored that you'd asked me to be there. At this point in my career, just being part of everything is very important to me, and being able to mingle with everybody, especially guys that I like, and I like all of you guys. It was that great of an environment. Like I heard Jacob say earlier, it was just like a family reunion. It kind of did have that family reunion feel, because it didn't feel like it was all work and no fun. It just felt like it was just like a gathering, and we were just going to have these things to do while we were there, to entertain these folks. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was very laid back. It was very casual, where we can just walk around and talk to everybody. And they don't get that at a lot of places because everything is so busy and such a tight schedule everywhere. They don't get those little perks like you had at your event. And you know what? That made a big difference in how you felt. Like you just were relaxed and comfortable the whole time. So I loved it, man. I appreciate you guys having me there. It was a fantastic time.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So I'm gonna try to make a long story short about this. But when I was sitting and putting together everything for this year's retreat and trying to pick my performers and going through all that, my lovely wife came up to me and she goes, "I have never told you an artist that you need to have at your event." She goes, "I've never told you. You've always chose." She said, "But I'm going to tell you one." And she goes, "And that is Jesse Aaron." She said, "Jesse."
Thank you, Cassie.
He's a great singer. She said he's a good human being, and she said, and you've known him for a long time. She was like, "I think he would just fit in great with what you got going on." So I was like, "All right, I trust you. I'll call Jesse."
Well, God bless her. I appreciate that and her kind words and everything. And I just did. I enjoy being around all you guys. Like I heard Jacob say, you guys being goofballs. Hello. That's kind of been my thing for years and years and years. And nobody ever knows what to expect from me. I could show up with a big yellow hat and a weird mustache. You never know. Things like that happen.
I know there was some guy that I don't know if y'all saw. There was some guy. Was it Turd Ferguson or somebody?
Turd Ferguson. He's been following me everywhere. He's a huge fan. And he just comes to all these things that I'm at and just kind of sticks around and tells it like it is, I guess. He just sits in the back. He's a Burt Reynolds impersonator, but he's very ridiculous and fun to be around.
Yeah, he was great. I loved having him there. It was a lot of fun. I loved it.
He's got a lot to say, man. He's old school.
So I want to mention two things while we're talking about Fan Retreat and all that stuff. I know the first after party we did the first night, we've started doing like the game theme. And last year we did the 2 truths and a lie, which was, oh my God, it was hysterical. And then this year we did like the most likely to. And for those of you who are watching, if you wasn't there, all the guys got like index cards with all the entertainers' names on it. And then Cassidy was the host, and she was asking questions like, which guy is most likely to forget something at a show or actually go out on stage with their zipper unzipped or whatever. And we had to reach up and do who we thought. And that was hilarious. And I think, who was the winner? Was it Donnie?
I think Donnie was the winner. Ultimately, yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
he was proud to put his own name up quite a few times too. So
I know.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think about the game? I think it was fun. I think we had a good time.
I liked the game, and if you didn't know each other very well, it was a good way to get to know each other like a little bit better too. So I liked it. I thought it was different. It wasn't the same old goofiness and stuff that we do sometimes at some of the other festivals. So it was very different. It was very cool. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I agree with Jesse. Like now I feel like I know all the guys personally.
You know who's going to duck out at the last minute? Oh my God! I think that was one of the ones that I got.
You won that category.
Yeah.
Man.
And the crazy part, if I'm correct, well, we kind of there was Finley and Jimmy didn't have nothing, and then we finally made them get one. But I really think Taylor Vaden, he was never picked for anything, was he?
No, he walked out squeaky clean. He was just, and I think that might have just been one of those things where not many of us really knew too well, what was going on, but he was still a good sport about it, and he was just hanging with us up there, and he got out scot-free.
He told me after Reserve, he goes, "I've just come to realize something." I go, "What?" He goes, "I'm too nice of a guy." I'm like, "No, it's not a bad thing you didn't get picked, I guess." I don't know. But that was a lot of fun. We had fun doing that. So Jesse, Jacob, and I were talking earlier about the Elvis show that we did, the evolution of a legend, and him and I we've been talking about it nonstop since. And I said earlier in the show that a lot of people were coming up to me telling me thank you for putting the show together on stuff, and my response to them was, I appreciate that, but the 8 guys that stand on that stage with me are the ones that pulled it off. They made the vision that I had and the part that Jacob had in the show that he put in all come true. So I wanted to get your take on the show, because you were a part of it. And poor Jesse, bless his heart, I thought he was going to kill me, but he had to do a super, super quick change.
Exactly. Now I can tell everybody exactly what I was going through when I was doing all that. It's because they don't get to see all the stuff that happens behind the scenes that we're laughing about or joking about, and kind of just telling ourselves it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We'll be able to do this. So I loved it. I love anytime it's about Elvis and it's a bunch of my friends, and I know that you guys do a fantastic job. I get entertained too, because I'm sitting in the wings where I'm there just kind of watching it all happen. So, and I thought everybody brought their A game. I thought everybody did a great job of it. And just the voiceover that you were talking about earlier, I'm a huge fan of voiceovers. I do them at my own shows as well. So I absolutely loved your work on the voiceovers for everything. It definitely added to the suspense and the feeling and the emotion that was going into our performances. It was just kind of like the cherry on top, and then the backup singers, everything was just really, really good. So I liked it. Anytime you can do a show and kind of highlight all of Elvis's career in one sitting, which you don't get to do very often, you get bits and pieces here and there. I think that's always a special thing, especially, to some fans that maybe haven't seen these shows before.
Right.
But
for sure.
I enjoyed it. But yes, so during the whole part where everybody had to go on stage and we had to put on the t-shirts, because we had little areas and stuff in the back, but meanwhile, I got to take everything off. I was in a jumpsuit, so I have to take everything off. So we are a very close family after that, So here I am in the hallway with half of it on and half of it off, changing and I got done right on time, like right on time. I kept playing it all through my head. And I also like the fact that you challenged me on some stuff that I haven't done in a while, and actually opened me up to actually doing that stuff again. Because it's been a long time since I've done Unchained Melody, for example, and I have been working on it nonstop since your festival, just because I've always loved the song, and I'm such an old school guy that likes to be a purist about everything. And I just kind of put it on the shelf for a while and told myself I would learn how to play it on the piano before I would ever sing it again. Well, you know how that happens. Life happens, and you just, one day after another, here I am 5 years later, or however many years later, and it's on my list to do at your show. So I'm like, all right, now's the time to do this. Now I got to start, working on this again, because I've been singing all these songs since I was in my 20s. Like, so now I just turned not too long ago, and just gonna grunt instead of singing the accolade. But as you get a little bit older, if you're gonna do 50s through 77, which is what I do at all my shows, you got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice. And you got to learn how to sing these things differently throughout your entire life, because your voice is going to change for your entire life. So thank you for the challenge on that song, and throwing that back into my repertoire, and getting me not so scared to do the damn thing anymore. I really do appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome, dude, and you did an amazing job on it. And Jesse done that quick change, man. He done it quick.
It was really quick.
I felt I was nervous for him, because I've been in that position.
Well, I think everything looks good on paper, right? It looks good on paper, but like
it looks good on paper.
and you pulled it off. Everything went great, because, like you said, you counted on everybody to do their part and be a professional about it. But it was not without much laughter for my set, that's for sure. Just the little things that made me laugh, but that's how I get through all that stuff anyway. It kind of calms the nerves.
I know when you got finished with My Way and you came off stage and the lights went black, I think it was Jacob, and I don't remember who the other guy was, but they come up to me and go, "Should we go help him? Should we go help him? Do you think do we need to help him?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, he's got it all set up back there. I'm like, I think he's good. He's got it all set up. And they're like, well, we don't want him to like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I appreciate that very much. I just kind of calmed myself down afterwards, and I'm like, all right, let's just do this. And because it could be one of those situations where you're in the middle of it, and you can completely Chris Farley the whole thing and trip over your jumpsuit, fall over, and then knock a bunch of stuff over. Here comes the stage bell, and this is all I'm picturing in my brain. And I'm like, God, please don't let this happen. I don't want this to happen. Let's just do this the right way. So then I just calmed myself down, and everything was good. Yep. And we got through it, man. Yep. And it was fantastic. It was good. It was great.
You made it literally on time, like perfect time.
Right on time, man. Right on time. I was like, okay, all right. So I was just glad that I didn't overreact or get too nervous about it, though. I'm glad I calmed myself down.
All right.
I think throughout the whole show, there was couple of quick changes. I know Jacob and Riley had a couple, but I think the two guys that had it the worst was you and Donnie, because Donnie had to come on during the little gospel segment, which Jesse was a part of that. And he had to turn around while Jesse was singing and put on a jumpsuit and redo everything. And I think Jacob, you and Hayden Lynn helped him.
Yeah, we helped him.
Donnie's like all of us. He freaks out, and then he gets frustrated with it. And he got done, and I come around the corner, and he's just sitting there like this with everything on. He goes, "We're good. I'm good." And I'm like, I'm glad you feel good about it, man. I'm glad.
First time meeting him, and I swear he was my favorite person by the end of the weekend. And getting to know him and talk to him, we have a lot of things in common when it comes to like horror movies and stuff like that too. So that was kind of fun getting to know him.
Yes, I know. Michael Culliford told me the same thing. He was like, the first Michael came and helped us with load in and everything, and he done so much to help us that I didn't even ask him to do. He just said he wanted to help. So I just, like I said earlier, you asked me you want to help, I'm gonna take it, And so he came in and helped me and Donnie, load in and set up the equipment and everything. And that night we were sitting and having dinner that night after we had done got loaded in, and I got a text from Cully, and he was like, I just want to tell you, I had fun today, everything was great, but one thing I want to point out. He goes, I know Donnie, I've met him before, but I had no idea he was that funny. I had no idea he was that funny of a person.
He's hilarious,
like, dude, it's normal. I know, it's normal.
It's family, now.
I know, it's normal. So, oh my Lord. So, Jesse, man, I appreciate you being the surprise guest on the show, and a lot of comments are coming in, hollering, "Hey, Jesse," and all that stuff. So, man, we appreciate it, you coming and doing it. So if it's okay with you, let's do a short little what's up Q&A, if that's okay with you. I got some questions. I think Jacob's got a few since he's helping me co-host this. And let's do this and have some fun. What do you think?
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay. So what inspired you to become an Elvis tribute artist and also pay tribute to Roy Orbison? What inspired you to do that?
Okay, so let's go way back to when I was living in Chicago when I was a little kid. Grew up there and lived down there until I was about 12, 13 years old. And mom and dad weren't, they didn't have the greatest jobs in the world. They're always kind of scrambling to make ends meet. Mom was just a waitress and dad would do odd jobs here and there between working for the police department and doing all this other stuff that he was doing. He was delivering Chicago pizzas for a while. But so when they were looking for like a supplementary income, and they started a band. And that happened in my house when I was growing up. And this is long before there were backing tracks. This was just when you had to do this with a band, and here I am, this little kid growing up, hearing my parents both sing all this stuff every night before I go to sleep. I would hear mom was a backup singer, and my dad was the Elvis in the show, or the rock and roll singer, and they would do an oldies show, and then they would do a special tribute to Elvis in that show. And so this was just something I was surrounded by like my entire life, like as far back as I can remember. I can remember being 2 years old and singing Heartbreak Hotel to my sisters, and they were just kind of freaking out. And I was just imitating what I saw my dad do, And so I've been around it my entire life, just the music and everything. And it's just kind of taken one notch up each year that I've done it. I've always trying to do something a little bit bigger and better. But 29 years now I've been doing it. Oh my God, 29 years. Yeah. That's what I said. I looked in the mirror.
That's awesome.
That's 29 years right there.
I think you and I met like 2012?
It was a while back. Yeah. You were just coming on the scene. And just between you, me, and the fence post, I'd always talked very highly about you to everybody, saying that I thought you were one of the most underrated guys out there that didn't get your due. And I've always thought you were very talented, both vocally and your performance on stage and everything, man. So kudos to you. You do Elvis very well.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro.
The gospel show.
Thank you.
The gospel show that you guys did when we did the gospel on Sunday, I could have watched more of that. That really was probably my highlight, being able to watch you perform with that in general, because it was just so nice hearing all those voices blend together. You guys did so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And we love doing that, and we try to do it more often. Everybody's schedule is just so crazy, but me, Nick, and Dwight, man, we was all born and bred that way, I guess is what you could say. Southern gospel, man, it's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. So what's one song by, let's say, Elvis? What's one song by Elvis that holds a particular special meaning for you, and what's the reason why?
For me, it would probably be My Way, because I can relate to a lot of the lyrics in that song. So it kind of makes me emotional anytime I have to sing it. So if it looks like I'm having a hard time singing it, I am, because I'm like, literally, I like to connect with everything that I do on some level, like some point of that song. I really, really kind of analyze the lyrics and everything that I do, especially when it's Elvis stuff, because I'm such a huge fan. And I want that to come across when I'm singing on stage. And if it happens to be a tear or a little bit of a flutter because I'm having an emotional breakthrough when I'm doing this and running my entire life and my whole career through my brain, which almost literally happens every time I sing that song, because I did everything my way from day one. Whether I was told to do things this way, that way, or the other way, it was always my decision at the end of the day that got me to where I was, and everything that I've done. So it really hits home with me on that one for sure.
It's a great song, man. So I know exactly what you mean. It's an amazing song, got a great message, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, for real. So beyond the legendary tributes that we've already discussed, Elvis, Roy Orbison, I know that you also perform like a wide variety of music as like a solo artist, if that's what you want to say. I know you do like some Jackie Wilson. There's many others. What drew you to start doing that? Because I know you recorded some stuff and everything on that with that stuff as well.
Yeah, I think that again probably was just kind of you do one character for a while, and it gets very overwhelming for a while. You do another one, same thing, it gets overwhelming. So you're kind of constantly ping-ponging between the two. And because I've sang music my entire life, I just kind of took a page out of my dad's book from when he was with these rock and roll bands back in the day. And he was just doing a rock and roll show, just all this. And it was all the stuff that everybody loved. Like you'd see the Time Life music at a certain time of night, and the commercial and all the stuff that they were playing and all those hits and stuff like that. It always made you feel good when you heard all those songs, right. And when all of those things in the world was just a much simpler place, right? And I just kind of like to be able to recreate that for everybody. So I grab all the hits from all these different singers that I've been very influenced by since I started, and I try to put together a fun, happy set list of all of these different singers with your Ricky Nelsons, Jackie Wilson, just Sam Cooke, just to name some, and it's just taken off very well. That was before my father passed away, that was what he said was his favorite that I did. He was like, Dad was a very jealous and proud man. So it took a lot to get a compliment out of him. But when he did, he softened in the last few years of his life, and he told me that was his favorite that I did. So now we're just going to keep doing that. So
there you go, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. Jacob, I'm going to let you ask questions.
Man, I want to know, when we did the Elvis show, The Evolution of a Legend, did you feel like Elvis when you were in your sundial, or did you feel some type of way of like, man, I can't believe this is happening? Because I know we talked, when we were at the fan retreat, Austin kind of explained the show, but did you feel like any type of way during the show?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like watching everybody put their heart and soul into what they're doing definitely put my mind where it needed to be for that show. And then putting on the sundial in general, ever since Baz kind of made that an acceptable thing for the fans to see, and how huge it's become, it's not so bad anymore. Because before that happened and you put on the sundial, people are like, oh, that was when, that's right before he passed away. And they didn't really, they weren't comfortable seeing it. But the way that Baz kind of put it together and gave it to us, kind of made it acceptable. So now when I put that on and I get out there to do those things, I always feel more the part in certain suits more so than the other one. And especially with that type of a production, you definitely kind of step inside of a mindset, but you also have all that other stuff going on. Your nerves are going, and you want to make sure everything is right. And you're watching the next guy do his thing, and you're like, oh, that was great. You want to take it all in when it's that kind of a show. You want to be an audience member as much as you want to be the one performing it too, so you can take it all in. So yeah, definitely. I definitely felt different during that, and I think kind of all of us were on that kind of wavelength for that particular show. I mean, you'd almost have to. And I thought everybody did a fantastic job. But yeah, I again, it boils down to song choice. So I was very happy with what Austin had set out for me to do for those shows, and what you had set out for me to do for those shows. And I was happy to be able to do that for you guys, because those are two songs that are very special to me, my way in particular, especially. And the fact that I got to end with that really made a big difference for me. So I appreciate that.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So I'm excited for this question. I had to put this one in there. I feel like I know what the answer is going to be, but I'm not sure. I'm excited. What's one thing people might be surprised to learn about Jesse Aaron, the person, outside of being a tribute artist?
Well, I collect these little fat cherubs that are angels that fly around, that, they're almost like the precious moments. I'm just kidding. I don't do that at all. But anyway. I couldn't resist it. I was gonna even turn the camera and say here's some here. No, but I'm a collector. I'm a collector of just about everything nostalgic that has somehow crossed my path in my lifetime, whether it be musically with the old movies. I have a bunch of Elvis and Roy Orbison autographs surrounding me in my office that I've gotten from fans my entire life, and of course you see all the Marvel and DC stuff that I've got behind me. I'm a huge comic book nerd. I'm just a big nerd. I'm a big kid. So I like to surround myself with the things that I grew up with, nostalgic wise, whether even furniture, man. I got like all the old furniture. I'm always looking for old furniture that's still in good shape and stuff like that. So I'm a collector. I like to collect nostalgia, and I have a lot of it.
I love it,
Yeah.
dude. I wish I could take care, but this room's a disaster, or I would. But dude, we're talking about Marvel stuff, man. I have pictures everywhere. See, my dog. When we got my dog, we named him Rocket, off of
Oh,
Guardians of the
I love
Galaxy.
Rocket. Yeah.
And the reason was because the day we saw him, we didn't get him that physical day, but the day we realized we were going to get him, we were going to see the new Guardians at the time that was coming out. I think it was like Volume 2 or something. And then we named him Rocket. So ever since then, I have been crazy about Rocket. So I got Funko Pops and I got pictures and everything. And plus, I love Spider-Man. I'm a Spider-Man geek. So I'm a Spider-Man nerd, whatever you want to call it. So I love, yeah, bro. I got it everywhere. I got that stuff too, dude. It's crazy.
That's Stan Lee's autograph back there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a gift from a friend of mine too. It was like on an old vintage one of those lunch boxes that they started to make again. And it was right before he passed away, and she had gone to a convention and got the autograph for me. So that was nice. Yeah, I like my autographs too. I got a lot of those.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Well, that's great. See, I knew we'd get along because we're all like he said, we're kind of Elvis nerds and just like nerds in general. I love it. I don't care. I'm like, finally, all these years, I finally found my people, so I'm so happy.
That's right, bro. That's right, dude.
The best part is we're all goofballs too, so that it's like the cherry on top.
Yeah, you never know when we're being serious or when we're joking around, for sure.
That is true. That is true.
I know as soon as you came on screen, I think Cassidy made a comment. I was trying to find it because I knew she was going to freak out, and she goes, "Love your shirt because of Beetlejuice."
Oh, look at it! You see the back of this.
She loves Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
That is so cool.
Carrie got that for me for Christmas one year, and it's like my favorite.
That is so cool.
Wear that sucker everywhere. I got a bunch of Beetlejuice stuff downstairs too. I'm gonna have to do a video for you separate from this, just so that you can see some of the stuff I've got down there at some point.
Yes, I'd love to, bro. That'd be
none for the fans. You guys don't get that. That's the VIP.
That costs a lot extra.
Yeah. Insurance.
So what time is dinner, Jesse? So we can
come exactly. Well, it's funny you say that though, because the dinner and us gathering together to do all these things has inspired me to actually look into my own festival, because it's been years since I've been in production or as an entertainment director, and I've been getting the itch. And ever since I went to your event, it just made me want to come back home and kind of do some research and do my own. So you might see that in the near future too. So if you fans are listening out there, just pay attention. We're going to do one here. We're probably going to do it more like Austin's to get started though, but I'm thinking maybe in the Dells would be a fun place to do it. So we're looking at that.
Dude, man, that's so cool to get that bite, man, and try to do it. I know, Donnie and I, we have our festival company, and we do festivals one every year. And since Jesse gave a hint, I'll give a hint. Yes, Donnie and I are working on one for this year, so hopefully we get that out. And I'll tell you what, man, I told Cassie the other day, I'm like, man, sometimes you just wish that money grew on trees. But then again, it still probably wouldn't be enough, because I've even considered man, wouldn't it be cool to do a fan retreat, but a Christmas style one?
Yes.
Or something of that nature.
Christmas, Halloween, like all of that stuff. You just
so great. So great.
My bucket list one, hold on. I'm just going to jump on your combo once. My bucket list is to do a festival with as many ETAs as I can at the Stanley Hotel. That I think
that's cool.
Yeah, dude. I know it's pricey and I know it's expensive, but that's when you gotta tap into those sponsors and see what you can make.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead now.
I've always said about the Christmas thing. I've always I know we do Pigeon Forge in March, but Pigeon Forge is really special at Christmas time. And I'm like, man, it's just something that's always circling in my head.
It's my favorite time.
Saying it never happened, but you never know.
Yeah.
I've even thought about that. I've even thought about doing a fan retreat, but all gospel.
It could be
fun Southern gospel groups and stuff. So you know what I mean. When you get that bite, things just happen.
For sure. Your wheels are turning.
That's right. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Jesse, I'm just gonna throw this out there, my friend.
Yep.
If this does happen, your festival at the Stanley Hotel, and you have ETAs there, I'm not telling you know if you invite me, great. If not, I'm not. I'm just letting you know that if I'm just gonna go as a Jesse Aaron groupie.
Oh,
Because
I'm down.
dude,
I'm down.
the Stanley Hotel is something on my bucket list too. I've always wanted to go
yeah, me
and
too.
just check it out. So if you have me at the festival, great. But if you don't, I'm just gonna be a Jesse Aaron groupie and just kind of go that way. I can see you and the hotel, man.
Well, like I said, I want to get as many guys as I can, and I'm gonna try to work all my sponsors and stuff for that, so that I can make it happen. Everybody that I've worked with, everybody that I'm comfortable with, and everybody that I enjoy being around, and all their company. And you two are definitely two of those people. So we will. You guys are on that list already, so don't worry about that.
Cool. Well, thank you.
My wife says I'm definitely going if you do that.
I didn't saw that. I just seen your comment. Well, yeah, you're part of it. So
Beetlejuice.
Oh.
And then Timothy Dudley says, "Don't say it 3 times. Don't say it."
That's true. Gotta be careful. Otherwise, he's gonna be.
Jacob, do you have another question for Jesse? Because I only have one more. Do you got one more?
Yes. I have a question. Jesse, we all know. I mean, I'm just gonna go back to the Elvis show really quick. I kind of peeked through the curtain when you were doing Sundial. Man, you just blew me away. I mean, I swear to God, I thought I was singing Elvis. But my question to you is, did you ever take singing lessons? Because man, you have a voice. Like when I hear your voice, I literally say to myself, that is the 1950s voice. Like you have that charm and you have that big voice. I mean, your voice is one of my favorite voices out there. So did you ever take lessons, or were you one of those guys who it just came naturally?
I think never had lessons, but like when I was growing up, we've had music class in school, you know. So we would always have that as part of it. I know it's not as staple of a thing as it used to be, but when we were growing up, you know, I went to both public school and Catholic school when I was growing up, and of course, you know, you go from those kind of teachers usually would butcher all the cool songs to make them fit the curriculum. So, but they were still the same songs, and it was still an introduction to those songs. So that's how my training kind of started. I would say was just music classes in public school and in Catholic school. But as far as anybody training me, it was just me wanting to do voices. It started out with me wanting to do voices and talk like other characters, cartoons and stuff, mostly when I was younger. And then it moved up to movie stars. And then I just started to sing along with Michael Jackson albums back in the 80s because I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. So that was actually the first tribute I ever did was to Michael Jackson when I was a kid. And that was just, if I could have been a fly on the wall to see that and watch myself do that, I probably would have been dying laughing. Just this little chubby white kid singing Michael Jackson with a Beat It jacket on in front of my Cub Scout kids, you know, like so. But no vocal training, but practice. I would practice because I hated my voice so much when I first started. Because I would listen to it like in the studio, and I would hear myself, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I have to change this, or I have to sound differently. So, and that still happens to me every now and then. There's certain things I don't like listening to, but I'm my own worst critic, man. I will pick those things apart constantly.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
I'll tell you what, man. You are. I'm one of those people. Like when gonna sound a little mean, but I'm not mean. If somebody's singing. If somebody's singing, it's like really, let's say they're like, you know, not the greatest. It's really hard for me to just sit down and really.
I'm the same way. It's on my face, man. It's all, I'm always like, you like make a face and you try not to.
Yeah, my girlfriend sometimes gets mad at me. She's like, you know, like I'm the same way. I do a face and I'm like, and she's like, stop it, you know, be not, you know. But I can, dude, you're one of the best vocalists that I've heard besides Elvis and all that. But you're one of the guys that when you sing, dude, I just want to sit in the front row and fangirl over you, dude. I kid you not. Like they say, Elvis can sing the songbook and make it sound great. And I think the same way for you. Like Jesse Aaron can sing anything, and I just want to sit there and I don't even want to perform. I just want to, you know, just sit there. So man, we're one of the best. So
Thanks, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
So Jesse, and I'm pretty sure Jacob will agree. If you ever wake up one day and your voice is different, it's because one of us stole it.
Magic. You know what? All the nerddom and magic amongst us, there's got to be a way, like we get the Harry Potter wand out, whatever works, we'll find a spell.
It works. It works. Oh my Lord.
I'm flattered,
Well,
guys.
Jesse,
You guys do fantastic jobs all on your own, man. I sincerely love watching both of you do what you do, because you can see a guy on stage who's in it for himself a mile away, but you can also see the guys that are doing it with heart. And I know that that's both of you guys. So I appreciate what you do too, because I think you guys are a great asset to this business, a great asset to it, man. You guys do Elvis well.
Thank
and
you.
for the right reasons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. It's true. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have one more question for you, Jesse, and I tried to save. I don't know if you want to call this a hard question, but I tried to save this for the end. If you could ask Elvis Presley one question, what would it be and why?
Cool, man. That is a loaded question.
Yeah.
Do I get to pick the era of Elvis that I want to talk to?
Sure. That's fine. Absolutely.
I don't know. I just think that I would just like to talk to him about everything. What's your favorite? Like,
right.
What's your favorite move? What do you like to do when you're not doing this? Like all the stuff that probably got, pushed aside. Get to actually know who he was. So I don't know that I could just handle doing one question. I would just like to sit and get to know him and find out. I always thought if you could get into a time machine and visit him at different periods of his life and talk to him at different periods of his life to see how he's changed throughout his life, how interesting that would be. So yeah, that would be, I would just want to sit down and just to talk to him one-on-one, and ask him if he actually does understand, all of these years after he's been gone. Look at how huge you are now. There's still people that want to be him. There's still people that haven't beat his records. There's just, I always used to say that he was timeless, because he is. He's going to be around a lot longer than we are. Nobody's coming to my house to look at my clothes on a mannequin. And, they're just going to plow my house down. But to have somebody take your clothes and put it on something and showcase it, that's never going to happen for us. And he's just that's the kind of fandom we have. Every single thing he touched, if he did, and they can authenticate it, we want to see it. So just to kind of ask him what that means to him. Like, is that weird to you, or does that make you feel good that what you tried to do, you've accomplished, even so many years after, that you've been gone? So that's a hard question. It is really hard question, because it's, that's my idol. That's the guy that got me through my childhood. That's the guy that was like my therapist and my best friend somehow. You always felt like you could relate to him, and he's the one that taught me how to talk to girls and how to act around girls, even though that probably wouldn't be appropriate nowadays, but you know what I mean? When you're a kid and back in the day when you're growing up, it's an intimidating thing. And then when you see him do it, it makes it seem so easy. But you don't take into account, well, yeah, it's easy because it's Elvis, look at the guy, for God's sake. He's one of the best looking guys that ever had been in the entertainment business, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I agree with you 100%, dude. Elvis was a one of a kind.
So that's my question.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I love it. Well, guys, I tell you what we're going to do, if it's okay with y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to play a funny commercial. You guys are going to love it. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. We're going to talk about that, elaborate that with each other, and talk about what you guys got coming up, talk about your schedules, your social medias, where these folks can find you, and all that good stuff. Is that cool with y'all?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Jacob and Jesse in just a flash.
Hello, everybody. I'm Don Jonathan, and crap. Hello, everybody. I'm Don Jonathan, and consider yourself lucky to have landed on this YouTube page. This is my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel trailer. So, feel free to smash like and ring my bell so that you get any notification of any video uploads that I do. I'm going to stream on here, and I'm mostly going to do horror gaming, but there are vlogs and videos of me doing covers of other songs and such. So, yeah. Until next time, everybody have a good one. Bye. Bye.
That was awesome.
The boy's crazy. The boy's crazy.
Oh man, I loved it.
So go and subscribe to his YouTube channel, Don Jonathan.
And make sure you ring his bell.
Ring his bell.
Yeah, ring his bell. Oh my Lord, that's hilarious. Jeez. I'm telling you guys, for those of you who are watching, if you don't know who Don Tronathan is, or AKA Donnie Mosley, well, there he was. You know, that's the only way to describe it right there. That's it. So fellas, I know we've already talked about, you know, this year's fan retreat and you know, everything that we enjoyed and we loved. We talked about that magic moment, I guess we could say, which for us really was the Elvis show that we did. So we kind of shared, I guess you could say, some funny moments and stuff like that. But was there anything for you to at this year retreat, something that was heartwarming for you both that happened while you were there, whether it's something that happened on stage or something that maybe a fan came up to you and said something, or during rehearsals, or something that, you know, anything heartwarming or something. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jacob, I'll start with you with your answer to that.
Can't remember who exactly, but a fan came up to me during the fan retreat, and she literally put her hands on my shoulders and said, "Thank you for the best Elvis ending." She goes, "I understand now that you guys are Elvis fans." And you know, to me, that's a huge compliment, because, you know, I just kind of came up with the idea. I didn't really know how it was gonna work. But when Austin said, "Yeah, that's perfect," I kind of said, "All right, we'll see how this goes." But she really was just like, "I understand. Like, you guys are Elvis fans, and like, and
Right.
Thank you for coming up with that idea and the shirts and all that." And it was just kind of like really nice to hear, because it's kind of like, man, that was our message. You know, we are big Elvis fans, and we are doing this because we love the man, and there's only one Elvis, you know. So for her to actually come up to me, and, you know, I was kind of getting emotional too, because I'm like, wow, she really felt it, you know. And so I think for me, that was probably the best compliment that this lady gave me. So
awesome.
So yeah,
Jesse.
It's kind of the same thing for me. Like, I just like when everybody comes up to you and just kind of gives you those kudos for being able to give them a nice, memorable weekend where they don't have to think about reality for a while. We can kind of take them out of that for a while. And
right.
And you know that when they come up to you at the, you know, and like Jacob said, they come up to you and they say, "Thank you so much for this." And then they give you a little bit of a story or a little bit of history about maybe what's been going on for them, you know, that's not been so nice. And that this festival or whatever it was that we were doing made all that go away for a while. And that is always heartwarming at any type of show. That's kind of what makes it like worthwhile for me, because that's my job. I'm supposed to make these people forget about all that stuff for a while, as well as paying tribute to these entertainers. That's a huge part of that. Like, if we could just take them out of that for a little while, whatever it is that they're going through, and then bring them to another place, you know, in another time that was maybe a lot better than what we're living in now. And then they come up to you afterwards and thank you for that. Yeah, that's a nice little reward at the end of the day, I think.
Absolutely. I agree. Now this is going to be a question that I don't know. I just thought about this and I want to ask. So I'm going to ask both of you. I want your opinion. If I could add one like surprise element, let's just say that word, to next year's fan retreat, what would you want it to be, Jacob?
That's a good question.
Oh man, that's a really good question. Oh man,
I have my pen ready. Here we go.
That's a really good question.
Man, I Jesse, you want to go?
That's a good question. Like,
that is a really good question.
Because everything went so well, like this year. It's just I guess pinpoint the one thing that you feel was the most successful and expand on that. I would expand on that with maybe a similar type of a show, but maybe some B-sides or something like that, songs you don't get to hear very often instead of all of the hits all the time. Everybody knows the hits, and we got to sing the hits and stuff like that, but maybe like a certain more themes. I loved your theme night, even though there's only a few of us that kind of dressed up and did our part. But
Yeah.
I like the theme nights. I think that's cool, and it gets everybody else involved. We just gotta get them involved. Like get out there in Pigeon Forge. Go to a couple of theaters and borrow some outfits if you have to. Whatever you got to do
Sure.
to get to be part of it. But I would just that production of the eras, man. That's going to be hard to like you said, bring it up to that next level once you've done that show. Because I liked the format of that, and I liked how the voiceover and everything was on that. But you could do like Elvis in Hollywood. There's the possibilities are endless. I guess.
Right.
I guess we like it all. So no matter what, we're game, right? We're going to be right there with you. But I wonder what the fans would want. What do the fans want? What do you guys want to see? Well, I mean, because when we use tracks, we have like an endless library of things that we can do for them.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And that's the difference between having to do it with a band and having all these tracks. Tracks are great. They really are. It just depends on the individual that's delivering them, but you don't always need a band if you got a good entertainer. And I think what do you guys want? Is anybody commenting? I don't even know. What do they want?
I haven't seen nothing yet.
I know, that's why they're just listening to see what we have to say. But
yeah.
Pajama night, I'm all for that.
Hey, that's a good one. Or you could,
everybody walking around in onesies. But,
I think the reason why I can't answer that right now is because, like Jesse said, that era show that we did, it's kind of like, what do we do now?
It's
like
in the air,
how do you top that?
There,
and I think it's still fresh because I mean, we just got back from Pigeon Forge, and it's kind of, I still think about the show to this day. It's like, man, how do you? It's kind of like I can just retire. I'm good, like.
Fun, though. Like,
I'm not retiring. Nope. Nobody gets scared. I'm not retiring. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like Jesse said, there's so much, like Elvis in Hollywood. I guess there's so much we can do.
Yeah, especially now that they liked it, and that's the one thing that you got a lot of compliments on. I mean, obviously everything was favorites of everybody, but that one obviously stood above the rest. And so I would expand on that idea and like just maybe tweak it into some other stuff, because like you got almost 800 songs to work with that the man recorded.
That's right.
There's just endless possibilities of what you want to do, as long as you keep it on the same level with the fans and it's entertaining. That's your endless possibilities.
Absolutely, I agree.
And I would be happy to be part of any of it, the production of it, entertainment director, whatever you want. Did you know me, man? Once I'm there, I'm yours for the weekend, man. I'll help you out with anything. So absolutely. I'm that guy that'll help out. So
that's right. Let's see. Hold on. My wife is telling me, do you want me to say that now or what? I mean, I can give the idea for the thing. We actually have two.
You guys already know. What are you guys doing?
Well, the thing was gonna be Mardi Gras.
Ooh. That could backfire. You ain't got to do nothing to get the beads. We'll just give them to you. There's a bucket of them. Just come grab them.
Oh,
and I will say this. I did have some attendees come at me and give me an option for a theme night, but
cool.
I've already done that before. They had never been a part, and I told them, I was like, maybe we can bring that one back, at some point. Which their theme was Saka.
Yeah, those are cool.
And the answer to them, the answer that they gave me was that, she said, I'm just going to be honest with you. She said, a lot of us are older, and that's more of our, and I'm like, I get that. I understand that. And so that's why I was saying, you know, I'm kind of like between the two. But originally we were at Universal Studios and they were doing Mardi Gras, and we were walking through a bunch of stuff, and I turned around and looked at Cass, and I go, Mardi Gras would be a cool theme night, be something different, you know. I said, because think about this though. I don't know if this really, I mean, I guess you could say it reflects, but Mardi Gras, New Orleans, King Creole, Elvis,
yeah.
It kind of all matches. That's kind of where my mind was at. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
my favorite soundtrack and movie, man.
Yeah.
What a great movie.
So I thought, you know, that's why I was like, this could kind of work. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that'd be great.
That could be it. That could be what we did. So that's just an idea there. But
I like it.
I wanted to mention and ask you guys one more thing. I really appreciate, you know, all the guys that was part of the event, what everybody did, you know, all the help, the great performances everybody gave, including you too. It was just, like I said, it was just magical in the only way that I could describe. And like I said, we've done this for 6 years, next year 7, and this is probably only the first time I could say when I've ended the event that I was like, what am I going to do next year to top what I done this time? What am I going to do? You know, what is the ideas? What are we going to do? Because my goal in my events, which I know you guys probably agree and are the same, whatever I set that level to be for that year, the next year, it's going to be better. I want it to be better. You know, I mean, you can't make everything perfect. You know, you always going to have the hills and stuff that's going to happen. You climbing the hills and falling down. I get it. But, you know, I try my best to make my event as perfection as possible. And that's hard, but I try. And so like next year, for you guys, my question is to you for next year, what is something that, as far as, I'm trying to think of how I want to word this, how the shows went, how I had them in the order and how they flowed. And like, you know, we had a Motown show, and then we had a variety show, and then we had like country and whatever else was in that show. Do you think that concept is great to where there's only one Elvis show, or do you think we need more Elvis? That is my question to you two.
Go ahead, Jacob. You want
to? Here's the thing. If you do like, let's say 2 Elvis shows, like a Thursday, Saturday, let's just say, I'm throwing that out there. You know, it's kind of like you don't want no repeats, you know, so you really have to plan on singing different Elvis songs. But when you have one Elvis show, I feel like it's more special because it's just all Elvis and the fans get excited and it's like, wow, it's an Elvis show and we can do whatever song you want because there won't be any repeats. So personally for me, I mean, if it was just me, I would just have one big Elvis show just like we did this year and end it with a bang, you know, besides the gospel. But that's just me. But if you decide
to like that too, you know. I like that you had the variety of everything. You had the afternoon shows versus the evening shows that were just completely different, but still great and still entertaining. And there's no room for complaints to anybody. There's like all kinds of entertainment that you had there of all different times, which is great because it could get, you know, it's Elvis, but if you do that, you don't want to burn anybody out on it. I know it's hard for people to think that you could actually get burned out on it, but it is true. It does happen. Not for us because we love it. We love what we do, but yeah, the variety and the different stuff I think is key because all the other guys are doing all that stuff. All the other guys are doing the full Elvis weekends and stuff like that, you know, and they're doing a great job with that stuff. So this is a nice little change up where we can all come and kind of do a little bit different stuff and we can actually just be ourselves and sing a little bit of what our influences were. So I like that. I like the way that you did everything. I really do.
And you know, and the thing is, and the reason why I mention this is because I always get the fans' feedbacks. Especially ones that I've known for a long time. Now, viewers, you're really getting into the whatever you want to call this special stuff we're discussing here. This is what we do on this show. So I love it.
There you
I
go.
love it. I always get everybody's opinion, and you know, some viewers that are watching were there, and some of these that are watching gave me their opinions. But out of the entire audience that was there, I would say 90% of them came up to me and go, "We like the variety. We like the variety." Now, I'm not going to say there was somebody that didn't come up and say they want more Elvis. I'm not going to say that didn't happen. But from my standpoint and what you two are saying, and I'm going to kind of talk off of what you two were talking about. When I do this event, I want it to be different. I try to make it different than everybody else's because I'm not, and not pushing against anybody, but 90% of festivals and events, and it don't have to be, I'm not talking about Elvis festivals, but just festivals in general, 90% of them are all the same. They're all repetitive. They are. So I try to do something to make different. And my love for music is a wide variety of music. I love it all.
Too.
I mean, heck, who's to know if one year we might not have somebody come out there and do a Kiss tribute? I don't know.
Oh, that would be great.
I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that time.
Me too.
I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, I don't know if it ever happened, but I'm just throwing it there. But stuff like that it's fun. It's fun. And you just, I try to catch people and surprise them. And they'd be like, well, we never thought you would do something like that. We never thought you'd do something, but I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And it's that the ultimate of surprise is what eats at me, and I love it. I love it. And I think that was the thing with the Elvis show. It was the ultimate of surprise. I was not expecting that, and the turnaround was just absolutely amazing. So I appreciate, you know, you guys' input on that. That really means a lot. Now, for people that's watching this right now, this will be the last question I ask. For these people that are watching that have never been to my event before, and you two both have been a part of it, what is something you could say to them to encourage them and tell them why they need to be there next year? Jesse, I'll start with you.
Well, just, I mean, if you're looking for an opportunity to mix and mingle with us, you get it at the other events, but this is one of those where it's more laid back. Like I was saying earlier, it's more like a family reunion. This is more like friends and family getting together and just kind of celebrating all of these different kinds of music that we like. It's like more of like a music festival than it is just strictly an Elvis festival. So it's just a good time from start to finish, and it's a relaxed atmosphere. It's Pigeon Forge. Like there's stuff to do in Pigeon Forge in those intermissions when we're not doing anything. We get to go out with the fans and hang out with them for a little while and then come back and do the shows. But the most up close and personal time that you'll get with us would be at Austin's, at your event, I think.
Awesome. Thank you. Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Jesse. I mean, if you're fans of me, Jesse, or Austin, and you not only will you see us perform, but you will get to know us at a personal level. And because we do sit with y'all and mingle and catch up, and we get to know each other. And like Jesse said, it's Pigeon Forge. I mean, it's a vacation. You know, you get to see shows. You can go in town. You can, I mean, it's like a family. Like Jesse said, it's family reunion. So just come on out and rock and roll with us.
Come on out and see us on Pajama Night. That's going to be our favorite.
There you go.
I don't know if he's going to do that. I'm just saying.
I want to throw this up again, but all access passes for the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat go on sale April the 8th. And we're going to be putting more stuff on social media because we know there's probably some people. I already have got a few messages on Facebook for some people that are watching that want to know the pricing and all that. I should have had all that ready on here, but I did not, and I'm sorry. We're going to be posting that stuff on my Austin Irby Entertainer page and getting that out to y'all, or if you got any questions, I will answer them for you. But it's March 11th through the 14th in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee at the Black Fox Lodge. Myself, Jesse Aaron, Alex Mitchell, Jacob Roman, Donnie Mosley, Michael Cullifer, Jordan Poole, Samantha Dawn, and we got one more guest that we're going to be putting on there as well. So we encourage you guys to come out. Everybody that was there this year is most of them are watching this. They're all commenting great things, so I appreciate that very much. It means a lot to me. And boys, I'll tell you what, you guys were two of the performers that were there. Y'all made my event special. You made it magical. And I can't thank you enough for what you both did and the performances you gave. Y'all were just incredible. It's the only way to put it.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah. Couldn't
Absolutely.
have done it without you having us there. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, boys, look, man, I appreciate having you both on the show. And Jesse was a surprise, in case y'all didn't figure that out by now. Jesse was a surprise. But thank you both for coming on the show and taking your time out of your busy schedule to chat with me. So appreciate that. Jesse, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, something you got coming up so they know where they can see you.
My next thing that I'm doing is I am going to make another run for the Ultimate this year. So I'm hitting up Branson for the Branson Elvis Festival. So I am off all of the month of April to prep for that, from health wise, working out, getting in the shape, singing, rehearsing, all that stuff is what I'm going to be doing all month. But you want to know where I'm going to be, go to jesseaaron.com, and that has all my socials on there for everything else, which are usually either at the bottom or listed at the top. But jesseaaron.com. And it'll take you to everything that you need. Schedule page. Our new Roy Orbison t-shirts are in. So if you guys maybe want to wear one of those, we have them in. We finally got them. But anyway, yeah, jesseaaron.com. Head out to the website, and it'll tell you everywhere where I'm going to be. And hopefully I get to see you.
Jacob?
Well, I'm gonna be with the One Night in Memphis tour, kind of the end of April. We're hitting South Carolina, Virginia, and Georgia, and you can see my schedule on my website, Jacob Roman as Elvis.com, or go to my Facebook, Elvis Tribute Artist Jacob Roman. And I'll see you on the road.
Awesome. Well, just FYI, I'm throwing that out there to everybody. The show he's doing in South Carolina, I'll be there.
Austin is going.
It's close to me, so I'm going. I don't have nothing going on, so I'm going. Well, Jesse, Jacob, thank you guys both for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Everybody has thoroughly enjoyed it. I really appreciate all the compliments you gave on the event and everything in the recap, and everybody loved it. And I love both of you guys dearly, and I can't wait to see both of you here very soon.
Love you back, brother. Thanks for having us.
Love you too, man. Yeah, thank you.
Take it easy,
you guys.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, everybody, give it up for Jesse Aaron and Jacob Roman. Really appreciate them both coming on the show. The show doesn't conclude just yet. I got a few other things I need to say before I let you guys go. Want to recap on a couple of things really, really quick. Don't forget, April the 25th, myself and Donnie Mosley is going to be right here in my hometown of Honeypath, South Carolina. And we're going to have a lot of fun. It's called Relive the Magic. It's a tribute to the King and more. Show is at 7 p.m. Tickets are $20 right there scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can call the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall's box office from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Phone number is right there on the screen, 864-940-2254. You can also Google Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, because I would give you the website URL, but it is very long. So you can Google Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, and you can also buy your tickets online through Eventbrite on their page as well. So I encourage you guys to come out and see us at the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall. Again, I'm going to mention one more time, all access passes for the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat go on sale April the 8th. If you'd love to check out mine and Cassidy's YouTube channel, you can. Couples Compass, go subscribe to that. We're going to be starting to post some videos. We're actually going to start next week videoing some new videos. So come and check us out and subscribe to that channel. Really appreciate it. Also, you want to book me for an upcoming event, festival, whatever, you can book me as Elvis. You can book me with country, Motown, whatever. You can also book me for your church service, worship nights, for gospel, Southern gospel, original gospel songs, and Elvis gospel. Austin Irby Entertainment at gmail.com, or call that magic number 864-934-1228, and visit my website, austinirbyentertainment.com. I love these pictures, so I'm going to throw them at one time. Give it up for Jacob Roman, our special guest tonight, and our surprise guest, Jesse Aaron. Y'all put some hearts and likes on the screens for them. I know they would appreciate it very, very much. Tips are appreciated, but they're not required. If you guys would like to leave a tip to keep the show going, if you enjoyed the show tonight, consider it. You can support me to help me make better content, upgrade equipment, bring you more episodes and all that. All that is on the screen and flowing at the bottom. I would appreciate that very much. It's not required, but if you feel led to, I would greatly appreciate it, and really means a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope y'all had fun. I'm going to throw this out here. We are doing another What's Up with Austin live web show on April the 16th. That will be the next show. So put that in your phone, on your calendars, April 16th. I don't know who my special guest is going to be. I don't know. We may have Jacob Roman back on here as a co-host. I don't know. It just depends on what everybody's schedule is like. I don't know. I think he did great tonight doing a co-host, asking some questions. I could get him more involved for sure. But I don't know who the guest is going to be yet, but I'm going to work on that this week. I do have a guest in mind that I want to have on the show sometime soon. So, that's going to be a biggie. So hopefully we'll get that one, but, make sure you follow me on Facebook, like, subscribe to all the pages, Facebook, Austin Irby Entertainer, Instagram, Austin Irby Entertainment, subscribe to that YouTube channel, What's Up with Austin, and visit AustinIrbyEntertainment.com, to get all the content you need, and my website's updated and all of that great stuff. So without further ado, I want to tell you guys, thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for your support for me, for my fan retreat, for anything I do, this show and anything. My family and I appreciate all of you. I love you all. God bless y'all. Remember, God loves you. I love you. And I will see y'all really, really, really soon. I hope. So y'all take care, and we will see you soon. God bless.